how would you recognize if someone's going to be abusive and narcissistic and so on? Not at first, and not easily, I would say. What we often look for are repeated patterns of behaviour, because someone could lose their temper. That does not mean they're some kind of mad, crazy psychopath. They could have lost their temper because, I don't know, they've been suppressing things for so long, we did something to annoy them. They might not even be angry with us, they could be angry with someone else. They could just be having a bad day. That's not a sign they're a bad person. If they're continually losing their temper, if they're continually having temper tantrums, having rage fits and things like that, maybe that's something to look out for. So what you're looking for are repeated patterns of behaviour. So some repeated patterns of behaviour would be things like controlling behaviour. They try to dominate discussions, decisions, things like that. They're trying to monitor your actions, checking up on where you are, things like that. Not that you're curious, not that they're worried, not things like that, but no, this is, they might exaggerate that's what's behind it. But they're continually controlling. There could be a disrespect for your boundaries. If they don't keep crossing them, they keep testing them to see how far they can get. I think a sign, it's not a sign it's often discussed, and it's a difficult one because the thing is, some people can fall for people very, very quickly. You can fall in love very, very quickly, if you listen to all the love songs you dance to, apparently. But another sign could be somebody wants to move things very, very quickly. It's like you've had 2 dates, maybe 3. And, they're talking about moving in or whatever. Probably they want to move things very quickly, more quickly than perhaps you're comfortable with. And they won't take no for an answer. Even if you say no, let's wait a while, let's see how things go, let's get to know each other. It's like they continually push the agenda. So that could be a sign. Another sign could be dishonesty. Now, I'm not talking about little white lies here or anything like that. Dishonesty, there's an inconsistency between things like their words and their actions. Some of their stories contradict each other. That could be a sign as well. Talking a lot about their ex, about how their ex maybe cheated on them and stuff like that. That could be a sign that this person, not saying that didn't happen, because it could well have happened and they could well be hurting. But it could also be, if you will, they're telegraphing in advance that they are going to be very jealous and very possessive. And they want to know your every move. They want access to your Facebook, your Twitter and stuff like that, or X, whatever they call it. They want access to your social media. They want to read your messages. They want to know where you are at all times. So there could be a lot of jealousy and possessiveness. And talking about how they've been hurt in the past, at first isn't always easy to discern because they could genuinely really have been hurt. But that could be telegraphing how they're going to behave in the future. And I suppose just on that, if they have not just their last partner was a monster or whatever, but if there is a pattern of unhealthy relationships, it's like they don't seem to get on with anybody. They don't like their next door neighbor. They don't like their boss. They don't like the people they work with. They don't like their ex. Every one of their exes was a horrible monster. Whatever it is, there's a history and there's a pattern of unhealthy, bad relationships, and they badmouth everybody. So somebody doing or saying something once in a while is not necessarily a sign, but when these things continue, that can be a sign of maybe what's to come.